You're watching One Fish, Two Fish, ROC. Yeah!
Hey there YouTube, One Fish, Two Fish, ROC, coming at you with a totally unexpected video. We're going to be going on a fish rescue today. I know I've been a little scarce on YouTube as of recently. Life has been up in my face. I know a lot of you know that I work some pretty nutty hours in the summer. But yeah, between that and some other life stuff that kind of roared up out of nowhere, I've had to just kind of deal with all that first. However, this just kind of came up today too. So I figured, well, this is as good a chance as any to get back into things. So stay tuned. I'm going to run into the local Walmart here and pick up an air pump and a couple of other quick supplies that I need. And then we'll go rescue the fish. Stay tuned. Okay, the rescue fish are going to be going in this 10-gallon tank that I bought at the last Petco dollar sale. I will be going to pick up some more tanks, probably along with all the rest of you folks. Anyways, I'm going to fill it here from the tap, add some prime, and then top it off rather generously with water from the goldfish stock tank that I have in the living room. So we'll get that started. I have a small sponge filter that's been marinating down with the goldfish for some time now. So once I get this filled up, I'll hook up that sponge filter and we can get that chugging away and then go pick up these rescues. At least it's a start. Also going to seed the tank real quick here with some substrate from the other established tanks. Just going to drop it in over top of this little bit of spare black gravel that I had. I'm going to go slow the water down so we don't have a flood. Be right back. Okay, I threw this together real quick, pulled up some rocks in this flower pot that has a decent amount of algae on it, probably a lot of good bacteria on it as well. That came up from the bottom of the main goldfish stock tank. So I think we've got something at least started. So we're going to go ahead and go get the fish and see if we can't hook them up in a slightly better situation for the moment. Okay, YouTube, this is going to be our rescue. It's a goldfish with a companion Danio. He used to sit in the front office of my landlord's up in the office, I guess. When I came in today to visit them and ask them some questions, I wondered where the fish tank went. And they both looked at me and said, the person that would normally have had him taking care of him or whatever doesn't work there anymore. So they quickly put the tank in the back room, didn't have time to keep it clean. Yes, the fish has been fed. I don't feel he's been abused in any way. But the looks on their faces when I just came through the door with my equipment was priceless. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to move this tank as intact within reason as possible. I brought a great big bin. So I'm going to pause this and figure out how I'm going to do this. But we're going to get these guys home. Bonus little mini tank for me, I suppose, as far as a future quarantine or fry tank. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, pausing the video. Just a quick aerial of the tank before I try to get this thing moved. It does have some nifty little plastic decorations in there, but obviously, you know, somebody that didn't quite understand the concept of goldfish and tiny tanks and regular care and such, you know, it's okay. I was here to rescue it. Normally I don't stop in here on off days, so there was a reason I came by. Alright, time to pause. My goal is to lift this thing in its entirety down into a bin and try to bring it home as intact as possible, so wish me luck. I know this is a bit of an awkward angle, but I was able to get the whole bin with the fish tank in its entirety right in the back seat. I live right downhill from the office where I got this guy, so we're headed there. YouTube, we're home sweet home. The rescue tank is down in the bin. Everything made it okay. And the new home quarantine tank is all bubbling and ready to go. So I guess the next step is to get the fish out of there and start a little bit of acclimation and possibly see if I can salvage at least some of the plastic decorations that they're familiar with. Hopefully, if I don't scrub them too much, I might be able to get, like I say, a little bit of beneficial bacteria or something off them. So, we don't know until we start looking. So, going to pause this. I'm going to get them set up so we can get them acclimated. Just for kicks, I figured I would test the water that was in the tank that I brought down from the manager's office. And honestly, the parameters are kind of surprised me. They seem better than what I had anticipated. So at least the tank was appears to be fairly well established, so it's probably worth using some of the substrate, if I could just rinse it a little bit, some of that substrate to put in the quarantine tank to help speed that up a bit. But yeah, not too bad. I know that they had been cleaning it and doing a really good job with it. I just think that the person that it belonged to, I noticed her desk just didn't look like she worked there anymore. So, anyways, this is a bit of a positive news. All right, pause and I'll show you the next part. All right, so the goldfish and the Danio are acclimating. I'm about ready to put them into the tank. This goldfish is definitely a poop machine, so gonna have to stay on top of that. He's real pretty though. I'm no goldfish expert. I'm assuming maybe he's a common goldfish, although it has a really shiny, almost like a pink coral color to it. But hey, a goldfish is a goldfish. So I'll put the camera down and get these guys netted up and moved into the new tank, and we'll see how it goes. Well, here we go. Both fish seem to be getting used to their new surroundings. I did feed them some tropical flakes. They both ate them quite eagerly. As you can see, the goldfish is rooting around the substrate. And I did grab a few cups of the substrate out of the original tank and just dumped it in on top of mine because mine had never been in a tank before. So I figure this at the very least should get a good colony of bacteria going, hopefully faster. I plan to do a bit of a water change here in a couple of hours later this evening, and I'll test the water again just to kind of see what's going on in this particular tank. But looks to me like this is a pretty happy goldfish. Say hi to the fish fam, Chance. Say hi. All right. And the other little guy is zipping along. Who knows? Maybe I'll grab a couple more Danios and tuck them down in to keep him company too. So this is how it starts, huh? Oh boy, multiple tank syndrome. Anyways, I could not have done this without you, Fish Fam. You taught me what I need to do and the basics of what you need to have to set up an emergency quarantine tank, or if you have to do a rescue. So honestly, these fish have you all to thank. And I'm sure they're quite grateful. So for now, I'm going to say thanks and goodbye.